like the sunrise on a new day, every story has a beginning. Joe and Nancy Hurley's story starts here at their home along Lake Jessup in Seminole County.
Nothing beats living on the lake here. The sunrise, the sunsets, the weather.
The weather, the view, that's why they bought the house. You could call it their slice of heaven on stilts. But let's take you back to September 2017, when their slice of heaven
This was Hurley's yard 10 days after Irma. And
felt
this
more
is what it
like hell.
It was like standing on a sponge, and the water it kept coming in to the point where I didn't come down here. I just didn't want to see it.
With waters rushing toward their home, they were told to leave.
Where are you gonna go? Where's your stuff gonna go?
From staying with family to living in an apartment, the Hurleys had to adapt. Going forward, they made a vow to do whatever they could to stop their home from flooding again.
We took care of that.
Really?
Yeah, we elevated the house 10 feet in the air.
Even with their home off the ground, the Hurleys are still preparing for hurricane season. In Brevard County, Bill Bechtel is doing the same.
Been through lots of hurricanes, but I've been in Florida a long, long time.
30 hurricanes to be exact.
We moved to Palm Bay in '88, but my parents moved here in '93. That's where they lived in this trailer.
But out of those 30, nothing hit as hard as 2004.
2004, it was just, is it ever gonna stop? I mean, it was like one right after the other. And some of them were really scary, 150-mile-an-hour winds or better.
Thankfully, Bill says he and his family had little, if any, damage. That would change years later during the approach of Hurricane Irma. Wind from a tornado sent a patio deckboard through his bedroom wall and into a bed where he laid just minutes before.
30 minutes earlier, I was lying in bed. That's how close it was.
Hurricane Irma was an extremely powerful storm. It was the first Category 5 hurricane to strike the Leeward Islands on record. And we need to brace for another powerful season. Our weather experts say early forecast models show an above-average 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. Now, while it may seem storms are happening more frequently, there isn't any evidence to prove that. Our weather experts say there is, however, signs that climate change could be impacting the intensity of storms.
You have higher background water levels. That means during a storm surge event, you have water that will be getting pushed further onshore, causing more damage.
Climate change, like shift in water temperature during the spring in the Atlantic, could be a factor in storms starting much earlier than before.
Tropical systems draw their energy from that warm water, and that in turn leads to the development of clouds, and that translates to rain. Then you get an area low pressure that starts spinning
and potentially creating a powerful storm. Scientists are also increasing the 30-year averages for the number of storms that happen each year. That's why starting hurricane preps early is key.
Don't take hurricane season lightly. Just get prepared, know what your game plan is.
Gasoline, non-perishable foods, ice, cash, and watch the weather. The weather forecasts have become so accurate that there's no reason anybody should be caught unprepared if they watch the weather.
And having a game plan is a big part of Joe and Nancy Hurley's story. Their story ending at the same place it started, in the shadows of the setting sun at their Lake Jessup home.
I get very emotional, and anybody that knows me knows that. But I'm just happy to be back.
Back to share another sunrise when tomorrow comes. And thankful in the end, they have their home and each other.
We're home.
Yeah, we're home.
Curtis McLeod, Spectrum News 13.